Everything in the loft was carried by hand up these stairs. So just remember that when you see the vats, the two vats. Here we go. Some people have asked, like, what exactly, what is the loft? And I was just like, well, it's like a clubhouse, Except we don't have secret handshakes or anything. But it's neat too when we have like friends over, like visiting from out of state or whatever. And they're into computers like we are. There's a place we can bring them here, and they can sleep here. I mean, initially we were just looking for storage space, to just store stuff, and it's turned into sort of a weird communal thing.
I've had a lot of this stuff for years. It's been in my basement, just sitting there, and I've never been able to use it. And now I've been able to bring it over here to the loft and actually use the stuff and play with it and see what it can actually do.
Talk to somebody, over the net, say, oh, I got a question about, blah, 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 and it's like, all right, let me dig out my manual and look it up. Well, I mean, here you can go and read somebody else's manual or ask them face-to-face, and it's a lot easier to share information when you're talking face-to-face.
All these manuals and shit.
Yeah, no shit.
The actual hardware, you can't get that online. And
yeah.
So you can.
Like, I want to learn how to hack NetWare 311. Well, come here. You can hack our own LAN. I don't care.
It's this project that me and Brian Oblivion are working on. It's a telephone dialer run off a microprocessor. It's like the Demon Dialer from Hacktick. It does all the tones: blue box, red box, green box.
It's just the access to the technology is like centralized here, in a place where anybody can come, who's really into it and learn. I mean, that's the most important thing. We want to learn about everything. So.
It's come to be more than just a magazine. It's an attitude. It's a way people think of things. People ask questions. People spread information. People gather together. People basically challenge authority in various ways, and that's what 2600 has become. It started out with a magazine, but it's growing in many different ways. We have meetings all over the world now where people get together and explore things and trade information.
Not anymore. Now I'm getting it through internet, the next step. Yeah. I got the site. That guy, Video Vindicator? That guy, he has a site. I got it. Did you see the new 2600?
No.
It has something about cell phones.
Yeah, but the old one had something about
This is the new one.
So, wait. Right now, there's 32K of data that you can read and write to that's in the phone.
You can read and write to almost all of it.
Except for the code.
Some of it's software. The NAMP shit is software protected.
Yeah.
The ESN's hardware protected.
So we have to cut a trace.
Maybe.
Dude, why couldn't they just, make it real simple so you could, plug the shit in, write your code?
Other people do. You know why they don't? Because it's cheaper that way, man. It's cheaper.
Oh, you should stop by. Probably, don't they have one down in San Diego?
Ooh, isn't this fun? Let's scan and see what kind of signal strengths we get.
Okay.
Right now we're scanning the cellular channels. It's illegal if we listen to the conversation. Haha, but we're not.
How about if you come and pick me up and we go over to the event ourselves together?
Yeah, somebody said, whoever around here somewhere said we're involved in this thing to break into the hotel computer, which we weren't. Just because the phones, they're going, the phone lines are running outside our room. They're saying that, just because it's running outside our room, it's somehow, telepathically or something, we're trying to break into the computer.
First of all, I have
a public service announcement here as a result of things that happened last night. I think that it's very important for people to practice this. I want everyone to repeat after me. Okay? I want to talk to my lawyer.
And if anybody's wondering, that's why all the police were here last night, because they were busting the lawyers for it.
Hacker crackdown, Law and Disorder on the Electronic Frontier, now available in a mildly expensive paperback with the useful index. For 1/1/94, the official release date, it goes online on the internet globally, okay? With a new introduction and a new afterword, free. Free.
The reason I put on HoCon is I feel it's fairly important to bring everybody from all walks of, the computer industry and telecommunications together, both the quote-unquote hackers and freakers and people from the telco and computer security business, so they can meet each other face-to-face and get good discussions going and talk to each other and establish debates and panels and kind of get to know one another.
Why does the hacker community have to go to the security community, the guys in the suits and everything, and force them to sit down and listen and have to risk getting busted, risk being exposed or whatever? There's two answers to that. First of all, the guys who make a living doing security and are trying to protect themselves are scared shitless of you because you can just ruin them. And the fact that you haven't until now, they're just trying to go, well, what do they want? Why aren't they ruining us? They can. Why aren't they? They can do it. You can do it. So they're scared of you, first of all. Second of all, they can't find you. You hide very well. That's what you do. That's why most of you don't use your real names. That's why nobody filled in the paperwork out in the front that says, please give us your phone number. Who's stupid enough to give their phone number at a HackerCon? I don't know.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and we know exactly what phone line someone's calling in on, and they're going from there to doing an RM minus RF in Colorado Springs. And I call Southwestern Bell, and I say, we've got a hacker, and we would like you to do a tap trace. Well, we're sorry, we can't do that without a court order. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't get a court order. And say, well, we're sorry, sir. Unless you get a court order, we're not going to do the tap trace. So we're thinking of changing our login message. Say, hackers are respectfully requested to call only between the hours of 9 and 5, Monday through Friday.
It just kind of denotes that, all the rumors are true. And on the back this year, we have the HoCon 93. Top 10 NARC list.
What we've done with this project is get together a lot of messages from a lot of classic bulletin boards, underground bulletin boards from the 80s mostly, and we've got a lot of really good ones in there. We've got Farmers of Doom, which is a 1985 board ran by Mark Tavis here, and some really excellent stuff on there. We've got together a lot of files from the underground of the past, and I think that the project is really positive because, well, for a lot of reasons. One, the historical perspective, you can look back and see what was going on at the time. And two, a lot of the things in there, there's theoretical background that can still apply to today's underground, And three, I think that, the social scene was different then. This is before Wired and Mondo and everything. This was like TAP and 2600 were around.
This year I had more than just a few security personnel tell me that they were really happy that they came because they got a chance to meet the people that they considered to be like little rampant chaotic anarchists who had nothing better to do than go blow stuff up and break into every system out there and just cause chaos and destruction. And when they meet them face to face and they find out that they're quite intelligent and well-spoken and polite and they can talk to them one-on-one and really get to know them, I think that their opinions kind of change.